So listen, I want to thank everyone. My name's Jeff Clark from Baker Real Estate. I probably know most of you on the call. It's good to see so many familiar faces. A very belated, happy New Year for everyone, if I haven't seen you. And for our folks in the Chinese community, I want to wish everyone a very happy Chinese New Year. And I feel very confident, very excited that 2021 is going to be even better than 2020. 2020, Barbara will tell you, was a great year for real estate despite the pandemic. And we're now seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. So I'm going to pass it over to Barbara, but again, I want to thank you on behalf of Valuon and Baker Real Estate for taking time out of your day to come and join us to get a construction update and learn about the market from Barbara and learn a bit about the new building and then see the new releases. So with that, I'm going to pass it over to Barbara Lawler.
Good morning, everyone. It's so great to see so many Baker Realty partners joining us today to hear what's going on in the world of Valuon. It's so exciting to drive by the site and see the progress on construction. And I can't wait to gather in the truly spectacular presentation center that Valuon has built. It's really fabulous. But first, a few thoughts on our new construction industry world. 2020 was possibly the most surprising year in our real estate history. In the midst of the worst pandemic in our lifetimes, our real estate industry barely stopped for breath and can be described as a real estate boom. We should all feel very proud of our industry as we learned how to sell virtually and succeeded beyond all expectations. Here are some interesting points about 2020. There were 18,305 new construction condominiums completed in Toronto in 2020. It was the second highest year since 2015. 99.2% of all Toronto condos that were completed were sold. At the end of 2015, there were 1,966 units of built and unsold developer-owned units. At the end of 2020, it was 289 units. GTA were down slightly under 2019, but what an amazing figure in the midst of a global pandemic, especially when we factor in basically no launches in the second quarter. New condo prices have continued to increase and have steadily increased by 8% annually over the last decade. Unsold supply of new condos in the GTA is down 20% annually. That puts us firmly back in a demand exceeding supply marketplace once again, and that will characterize our market in 2021. Savvy investors know that this will put huge upward pressure on prices. And this explains why we are seeing a huge rebound in interest and demand as buyers come looking for bargains. There are four core groups that we can depend on, and they will hit the condo market this year with tremendous impact. The investors, the first-time buyers, the foreign students, and new Canadians. Access to extremely low borrowing costs continue, but our banking experts say they're not concerned that they're stoking a bubble and that our market is being driven by fundamental demand. Bank of Canada recently kept the overnight interest rate at 0.25% and reiterated a commitment to keep borrowing costs low until the damage from the pandemic is fully repaired. The bank is not expected to raise rates until 2023, and then to do so very slowly. Data released this month by Statistics Canada dispel the media notion that people are leaving the city in a big way. Toronto CMA's population increased by 94,435 people between July of 2019 and July of 2020 to reach 6.55 million people. Canada's residential real estate sector has soared and now accounts for 9% of the country's economic output. That's an all-time high and well above the historic average of 6%. People are spending more, a lot more on their homes here in Canada. And some of the reasons include faster population growth, the lower mortgage rates, and a larger share of the population concentrated in our largest and most expensive cities, Toronto, Montreal, and Vancouver. Clearly, Canadians have made a collective choice to spend their money on real estate, and that's because real estate has proven to be a winning investment for so long. So we are all in the right industry at the right time. I'm so excited for 2021 to unfold for all of us. But right now, I am super excited to hear what the future of Aoyuan holds for us at M2M. It gives me great pleasure to introduce Vince Santino, the Senior Vice President of Development of Aoyuan, to share all the news with us. Over to you, Vince.
Thank you, Barbara, and thank you for that. Just I can tell you that we at Aoyuan feel the same way, very, very bullish on not just what's happening in and around the GTA, but Canada as a whole. I think together we're coming out of this COVID situation steadily, and I think the results, as you've outlined them, show themselves as such. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. A lot of faces I haven't seen. It's good to see you all. Really hope I can see you all in person shortly, or very soon anyway, in our new design center, a new sales office that Barb mentioned earlier. For now, I thought it'd be a good idea to just give you all a little bit of an update on progress with respect to our first phase at M2M, the former Newtonbrook Plaza. We've got some images to just run through you and to give you a quick update. So as you recall, the site itself, phase one, first part of the community, 808 suites in total. We've got 30,000 square feet of retail at grade. We are working really hard to secure a grocer for that 30,000 square feet of retail. We've got 40,000 square feet of office that's housed in the podium. And then, of course, spectacular suite designs in the podium, which many of you know about, as well as the tower itself. Many of you know we started construction on our first phase back in September of 2019. I think I saw a lot of you back when we had reported our start. The picture you're seeing right here was progress as of our early spring 2020, just before COVID really took hold. And fortunately for us, we had a little bit of downtime, but no sooner were we securing our site when the province actually lifted the rules, and we were able to get back at it. So we made great progress in the fall of 2019, had to continue on in the spring of 2020. And Kimberly, if you can go to the next slide. Construction progressed very well over the summer. This is a shot from back in summer of last year. So we got our underground permit, the permit to be able to build the garage and the underground portion of the community of the first phase. And over the summer progressed well. We've also benefited from a great winter last year, and so far the weather's cooperated this year as well. And everybody has to remember, we've also been doing this, minding all COVID protocols on site. Our sub trades, we've got a great team of sub trades, a great constructor, You know, even with the COVID rules in place, we've managed to progress very, very well. So we pulled an underground permit back in July, in early July, and continue to progress. And if Kimberly can go to the next slide. That's a shot of the entire community. So you can see Yonge Street to the top of the picture, 4 cranes going since late summer of this past summer, last summer. You can see the progress made on the garage with slab at grade and the 4 cranes. And you can also see, you know, the portion of the road that's sort of been etched out, which we're going to be working on very soon. So very good progression for us all the way up until till the fall. This picture was taken just before the new year last year. And if you can go to the next slide, Kimberly. This is taken as of this past Friday, up-to-date shot. So toward the top of the picture, you can see a lot of the standing concrete piles. Those are the piles that are getting ready for our ground floor. And to the bottom of the screen, trailing a little bit, but catching up as well. So, and that's just a progression of construction. We are looking to have our ground floor slab poured in late March, early April. As I said, the winter hasn't been too bad to date. We've managed to work through the COVID protocols. And as I mentioned earlier, our team on site has done a fantastic job. I should note also that we've got 90% of our subtrade contracts locked up and signed in. So that's a very, very important as you're continuing on and building onto a site. And we're looking at having that podium constructed to level 7 by late summer of this year. So things are progressing very, very well on site. You know, we've had the benefit of a big site, which allows our constructors and our sub-trades to do their job a little bit easier than perhaps it would be in a downtown location. So if you can go to the next slide, Kimberly. And so I know many of you have been asking about phase 2. Now I can't see the slide deck, Kimberly. It just must have popped off the screen. There we go. Many of you have been asking about phase 2. So just to give you a little bit of a sneak peek on what's happening, we've actually submitted a site plan for phase 2 back in October of 2020, October the past year. So we're progressing very well in terms of the approvals and getting us ready for sale. What you see there is the image of what has been submitted. It's almost a carbon copy of what we had in phase 1. You see the 2 towers in the podium. We've got retail at grade as well, about 25,000 square feet of retail, 40,000 square feet of office, also housed in the podium that's fronting on Yonge Street. The perspective you're looking at right now is from the west looking toward the east. You can go to the next slide, Kimberly. And this is a look at the phase 2 at the second phase from the park. So you're standing east and looking westward. What you're seeing in terms of the curtain wall is the community center. Now, many of you have been asking questions about the community center from the time we had our first launch back in June of 2018. So plans have progressed very, very well. Our submission is reflective of a community center in the second phase. And essentially we'll be taking up floors 3 and 4 at grade. And the first 2 floors, what you're seeing is the daycare as well. So that daycare space is also being built into the building exactly as we promised and as we are hoping to deliver here sometime soon. Have had a great back and forth with staff prior to the submission of the application. And we're really looking forward to bringing phase 2 online. And that is going to happen soon. So we will certainly keep you posted. I'm sure the folks at Baker will keep you posted. But we are really looking forward to our second phase as well. You can go to the next slide, Kimberly, and some more perspective shots of the second phase as well. So this is the west view. The street you're seeing at the bottom of the picture, that's one of the private drives or private roads that were constructed, and it's located in between phase 1 and phase 2. But you can see the dynamic design again with Wallman's work and our consultant team in terms of the curtain wall on a lot of the public spaces and that grade for the retail. And then the design, changes a little bit for the towers and for the residential spaces. And this is a shot from Yonge Street. Again, so at the bottom of your page, you're seeing the Yonge Street frontage. And again, you're seeing that retail and office space. And then just a quick note, there's about 846 units or suites, carefully designed suites. We continue to look to listen to you, to listen to Baker in terms of what your buyers expect and what your buyers want. And phase two, really the focus has been on continuing to improve everything that we've done in phase one, which has been a tremendous success, and come out with some even more exciting designs, really speaking to the wants and the needs of a lot of your buyers. So we're really excited, but we still have some work to do in phase one and some great suites left in phase one. And Jeff and Rule will be talking to you about those a little bit later. And I've got one more slide to show you just to give you a little bit of perspective on what we're talking about between the two phases. So to the left of your screen, that's our phase one, which is under construction, the slides that you saw earlier. So you can see the courtyard, you can see the swimming pool, the infinity pool on the 9th floor, and the 2 towers. And then obviously to the right side of the picture, you see the inset with respect to phase 2. To just give you some perspective, we're also going to be constructing the park in phase 2 as part of the development. And we should be starting that as soon as we come to grade in phase 2. As well as the road that you're seeing in between the park at the bottom of your screen and the 4 towers. So really looking forward to how this community is going to build out. Glad you're all with us. And I think at this point in time, I'm going to turn it over to Jeff because he's got some news on the next release and how we're looking for early this year and beyond.
That's great, Vince. Thanks so much. It's unbelievable, the transformation of that section, that corner and that section. I've lived in Thornhill my entire life, and I knew that mall as a young kid, and now to see this huge master plan community, and I would say, at least currently right now, it is the largest master plan community in the 416 on Yonge Street, which is really incredible when you think of it. I mean, Yonge Street and the subway at Finch, and ultimately the subway at Cummer that's coming. So we're super excited about phase 2, as I know so many of you are. I've received lots of requests for information on it. As Vince said, it's coming along, and it'll be launched this year, and you'll stay tuned with us to find out timing for the launch. But Kim, if I could get you to put up my slides. Before we get to phase 2, we do have some work to do left in phase 1. And Aluwan has delivered and given us an incredible new package for a new release of units that I'm going to walk you through. And I should say, I did see some people who said that some folks were having some difficulty seeing the screen that was being shared. So it is being recorded, and it will be on a link and be put onto our portal. So you'll be able to see the entire presentation as well. Okay, Kim, if you want to go to the next slides. So as I said, we have a new release, and the release of units is going to be effective today. And you can see we've been able to get an incredible extended local deposit, 10% deposit, and you see the terms there, 2.5 in 180 days, 2.5 in 270, and 11 at occupancy. It's a tremendous extended deposit. The international deposit's actually only 20%. So if you have international people looking to purchase here, it's a good opportunity for them as well. You're going to get 1 free locker, and the parking for the townhomes is being reduced down to $35,000, a free assignment, and our development charges are capped at a very, very good number in light of what's going on in the market today, as you can see there. Next slide, Kim. So for you guys, we're offering 4% commission for the tower and regular podium suites that we're releasing. 4% commission plus a $30,000 bonus for townhome units only. and 5% commission for the Bright Collection suites, and a whopping 8% commission for suites 421 and 340. We have 2 suites we are offering that 8% commission on. So an incredible commission package, an incredible incentive package. And if you want to flip, you can submit your worksheets electronically to m2m@bakersales.info with your choices. The packages are going to be put onto our portal, and our sales team, I'll introduce you in the next slide, we'll have all this information as well, and you can reach out and get it to them. We have your emails. You'll be also getting an email from us after this presentation. So there's the login for our portal. I think most of you have it. If you are having difficulty, or if you're new and you don't have access to the portal, reach out to the sales team and they will get you set up. And we do communicate a lot about this project on WeChat. So if you are on WeChat, that is the WeChat code right there. And I'm going to go next slide, Kim. This is really important. Cassie and Sophie, I know most of you probably know them, but there might be some that don't. That's Cassie and Sophie's contact information. You're free to call me as well, or Kimberly. We always work as a team here. Your success is part of, it's everything to us, and we want to partner with you to make it successful. So Cassie and Sophie will be able to get you set up with the floor plans, with the new release, and get you set up with this presentation as well, so that you can get out and start selling up and help us finish up before we get to the next phase of sales, which will be phase 2, which Vince had talked about. We will put all of this up on the portal, and I believe we will be sending an e-blast out as well with the information as well for you all. So we're super excited about the new release, super excited about the incredible pace that construction has been on. I'm amazed that there's 4 cranes on site. That's going to make for a very, very efficient and quick delivery of these units. And super excited and always very excited and very honored to be able to work with such a prestigious company as Aluwan, and to be able to work with our friend Vince and our friend Rue on this project. I know everybody knows Rue and everybody knows Vince, and it's a pleasure working with them on this project as well. So I'm really happy to see so many people virtually here. I see Sophie. If Sophie, you can wave, I can see you at least. I can't see Cassie on my screen, but I know she's on this as well. Please reach out to them. We will be reaching out to you as well, and let's get this next release of units sold and move on to the next exciting building. With that, I'm going to end the Zoom, and again, thank you, and I guess we'll say hello to people as they're heading out, and we'll look forward to selling in the next weeks. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Kim, you could probably unmute people.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. Have a great day to all of you.
Thank you so much. Good to see you.
Sitting here. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye, Becky.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much.
Hi, Jeff. Hi, Barbara and Kimberly.
Hi. Arshad, how are you?
I'm good. Good to see your new hairstyle. You're looking good.
I'm going to go for the Bee Gees look. I'm getting a haircut. I'm growing it like the Bee Gees for sure, or platinum blonde.
Well, you guys looking good. Good to see you guys all.
Well,
All
are you,
right.
Arshad, are you in your pajamas? Because I don't see you.
Well, there's a reason.
Uh-huh.
Hi, Jivan.
Hi, how are you? I
How
want
are
to
you?
say hello, Barbara. How are you guys all doing? And I want to say, I'm sorry to highlight Sophie. I know Sophie from so long, and I just wanted to say hello to Sophie as well. Thank you so
How
much.
about
It
me,
was-
Jivan?
all of you guys, all of you guys. No, 100%. And it's wonderful. I actually want to come back and start interacting because we missed that in big ways. And I think that will really help us. But if I may take 30 seconds, I think the market has revived quite a bit. There's a few of the projects that are currently happening, if I may share, and worksheets are beginning to come in before even the prices are coming out there, and we're selling in a very good way. So I just want to bring a little bit of positivity. I honestly believe the market will be back on fire. And I've always, I want to highlight Barbara as well, because I want her to become the Maple Leafs coach, because she's such an inspiration for all. And I always I want the Maple Leafs to win the cup. And the only coach that I can see that can make the Maple Leafs win is Barbara. So I might have to hold the banners for the Leafs and Barbara together. Yes.
Funny.
Thank you so much from my side.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you so much. Thank
you.
you, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Tony Ma's in San Francisco, I see.
Hi, Tony.
I think he is in San Francisco. Elliot McGregor's on the call. Elliot, how are you? Or if he's
Yeah, I'm well, very much.
Great.
I'm
Good to-
incognito though. Hi.
Good to hear your voice.
Yeah, thank you very much, man. Thanks, Jeff. I don't know, I can't get my video started for some reason, but I'm here at my house in Markham, and I these in the first release. So, you know, we have some interest at Big City Realty, as you know, and we work with Baker a bunch. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this. Got some people lined up. So
Elliot, give Nurses a big hug and kiss for me.
I will, sir. I will. I will. Okay. Thank you. Thanks, Jeff.
Thanks, guys.
So when is Jeff? Sorry, when is the new release for Third Tower?
It's imminent. I mean, as Vince said, you know, they're pretty much ready to go shortly. So you know, it will be this year. I guess stay close with us, because we will, you know, it won't be sprung on you quickly. You know, you'll have a lot of runway to ramp up for the launch, because we found with COVID and you know, anything that we do this year is going to have some form of a COVID on it. You know, I don't know to what extent we'll have to do virtual, but anyways, I guess in this market we found what we do is a lot longer of a runway to the launch. So it won't be a surprise. We'll be out there in a big way and giving you loads of time to build up a good solid base of clients.
And one question: the retail spaces, are there for the lease or for sale?
I would pass that to Vince. He's muted, but I believe it's leased.
Okay.
Kim, can you unmute Vince?
There we go. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Ah, great. Yeah, no, so the retail spaces, we built flexibility in the condo docs that we can lease them or we can sell them. So right now we're working with our brokers to try to get the best deal possible, but certainly with the focus on getting the grocer, as I mentioned earlier. That's number one. We size the space accordingly. You know, if we can get a good flagship grocer in there, I think that's what anyway, that's what we've heard back from a lot of our buyers, is that and in and around the area, everybody misses the old food basics, but I think we're going to go with something a little bit more upscale. So our brokers are working on it, and whether it's a lease or a sale, that's whatever's best for us in the end. and whatever's best for the community as a whole.
Nothing has been released yet for sale on the retail space, right?
No, well, it's out to broker. So we have a broker engaged, and they are working with a number of the chain grocers to try to get us the best deal.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Vince,
Frank,
thank you. Jeff, Ro, thank you. Kimberly, Sophie, and I don't see Cassie. And Barbara already gone. Jeff, thank you. You changed your background. All the time you put barbecue or you put the cottage background. Now you have M2M. It means something strong is coming.
I tell you, Frank, I don't even have to see who's speaking to recognize who's speaking.
But you know, market getting so crazy hot, and lots of people, they are lining up for M2M. Lots of people. And Ro knows, I already sold 8%. I have to sell the other 8% as well. Those 8% commission, I have to sell. I love it. Thanks, everyone.
Okay, so you better act quick, Frank.
I do. I already sold one. I'm going to sell the
No,
rest
if you
as
sell,
well.
I'm gonna invite you and Jeff to come